don't see, look, Fallout's really part of our DNA here.
Yeah.
We've worked with other people from time to time. I can't say what's going to happen. You know, we have a one-pager on Fallout 5, what we want to do. But I can't really say today or commit to anything what's going to happen when, other than, hey, our cadence is Starfield and then Elder Scrolls 6.
Let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, the Fallout franchise is set to go dormant for quite some time. Bethesda owns the IP and their next game is Starfield. After that, it's a new Elder Scrolls. Unless Bethesda has expansionary ambitions and started hiring a lot of new staff recently, it's gonna be years, probably over a decade, before we see a new Fallout game. Bethesda released Fallout 76 in the hopes that it would provide fans with sufficient amounts of Fallout until the new release. This has proven difficult, to say the least. So I came up with 4+1 ideas on what Bethesda could do with the franchise that should require minimal manpower to produce. Now I am aware that a television show is currently in production, but this list is focused entirely on the video game industry. Number 1. A new isometric Fallout spin-off game.
Don't be sad. This is just how it works out sometimes.
Fallout is a spiritual successor to Wasteland, a franchise that inXile Entertainment has successfully revived. This developer was founded by co-creator of the Fallout universe, Brian Fargo. Why not give them another bite at the apple? Both inXile and Bethesda are now underneath the Microsoft umbrella. In fact,
2 unannounced Unreal Engine 5 RPGs from inXile, and I've heard at least one of them is Fallout. Yes, I've mentioned this multiple times over my own videos and podcasts. This was something I was told some time ago, and remember, Brian Fargo and company were the ones who actually built up the Fallout IP, eventually selling it to Bethesda, yes, when they were known as Interplay.
Now you may be thinking, Quinn, please. Obsidian Entertainment is also underneath that same cartoonishly large umbrella, and they made the excellent Fallout New Vegas. So why inXile and not Obsidian? I'll tell you why. They are too busy. They're working on The Outer Worlds 2 and Avowed, a game that's purported to be their own Elder Scrolls-sized universe. inXile is probably making moves in the background, yes, but I'm working off of what we know, and for now, that clip I showed you is still only a rumor. Furthermore, Obsidian may have made the Pillar of Eternity games, but since they made New Vegas, people are going to expect New Vegas 2 or something even bigger.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And think about it, you can get all the older fans to come back. Number 2. Explore other genres within the universe.
Get on my horse, I'll take you around the universe and all the other places too.
Fallout Brotherhood of Steel notwithstanding, I wouldn't be against the idea of adapting the Fallout universe into other video game genres. Now a racing game might be a bit of a stretch, I know, but a real-time strategy game? That could certainly work. It doesn't have to be lore friendly, in fact it doesn't need to have a storyline at all. RTS games do fine without one, but who's gonna develop it? My first thought was Creative Assembly. They co-developed Halo Wars 2 along with 343 Industries. Relic Entertainment is busy supporting Age of Empires 4, which, by the way, once again shows that Microsoft were idiots to disband Ensemble Studios. A few years later, bam! Age of Empires 1, 2, and 3 Definitive Editions, along with a 4th entry. Stupid decision, but anyway, moving on. There's enough crap walking around in Fallout that you can even make a survival horror game. The only thing you hear before it strikes is
Gary.
Now for the obese elephant in the room. The aforementioned cartoonishly large umbrella, as obscene as it sounds, was made even bigger recently, with Microsoft making us hold the largest beer mug on Earth and acquiring Activision Blizzard for almost $70 billion. So what do we do now? Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Capital Wasteland Edition? No. Call of Duty Fallout? No. Although a post-apocalyptic Call of Duty might not be a bad idea. You could say that Blizzard is a contender to make a Fallout RTS, but in my opinion, I wouldn't want a Fallout RTS in the particular style that Warcraft and Starcraft are known for. I don't really know what the Activision Blizzard Studios can do with Fallout that would be a good idea. Although, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but because of Diablo, if for whatever reason, a new action RPG akin to Fallout Brotherhood of Steel is ever desired, then maybe Blizzard But if there's a hardcore Fallout Brotherhood of Steel fan watching this video, stay whelmed, lest we forget.
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones.
Number 3. Re-release updated versions of Fallout 1, 2, and Tactics.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Many Fallout fans have never played the originals, and I don't blame them. I have no doubt that they find the look, controls, and the user interface intimidating. Look, I get it, they are old games. Even I get frustrated with the UI these days. So why not make them more accessible for the modern audience? Oh, and full mod support, that would also be appreciated. You've just re-released Skyrim for the 50th time. I'm sure people would appreciate the variety. I would certainly enjoy an updated Fallout Tactics since I can't get the game to run on modern systems. But if Bethesda thinks that this isn't enough, or they feel they can do more. Number 4. Remake Fallout 1, 2, and Tactics.
And this is to go even further beyond.
There are two ways they can go with this. They can maintain the same gameplay and isometric perspective but rebuilt within a new engine, or they can rebuild the games with the creation engine in the new 3D style, but in an effort to keep the necessary manpower to a minimum. There's no need to build a whole new world map. Keep the hub worlds, like the hub itself, wink wink, and you fast travel between them in the same way. In fact, I heard of a mod team doing this exact thing, but in the Fallout New Vegas engine. And also they haven't had an update since 2019, so it may be dead. But I heard of another project with the same idea, but within the Fallout 4 engine. Bethesda can even pull a Valve and try and bring these guys in to help them finish it and release it as an official product. Now, I'd like to remind everyone watching that this is not a list of what Bethesda may do with Fallout, but instead what they could do. I'm just tossing ideas into cyberspace. I think it would take a couple of miracles to make any of the ideas I've mentioned a reality. However, the next one might actually be inevitable. Number 5. Re-release Fallout 4.
Hear that, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability.
5 years after the release of The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, Bethesda released the special edition. And then after another 5 years, they released the Anniversary Edition. Fallout 4 released over 6 years ago now, so yes, they are behind schedule, but it can still happen. For goodness sake, look at the numbers!
Look at it!
Not too shabby. So I don't think a next generation update is too out of the question or unaffordable for Bethesda to do. But one thing I will say, let's not have the comment section of this video be a wasteland. Tell me what you think. If you think I'm onto something, leave a like on the video. If you think I'm a crazy idiot who doesn't know what he's talking about, leave a dislike. YouTube has already taken steps to prevent those from bruising my ego, so it's okay. If you happen to be sexually attracted to ghouls, then you may want to follow me on Twitch, where you can see my face. I'm planning on finally playing my first full playthrough of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines there. Oh, and Twitter and Discord, etc, etc. Have a good one.